Hello and welcome back to Speed Model. Now that we have the base of the kitchen set up, it's time to start putting kitchen-y things into that little room. You're watching episode number 2 of Speed Model. If there is one thing indispensable about a kitchen, it will be the fridge. I shortened the counter to make a little bit of extra room. I then begin to model the fridge itself. I start from the body and I bevel up the sides a bit so it looks less boxy. I punch in 2 holes for both the compartments, then begin constructing the doors. I take a little while to scale both the doors up to size. I also shift their center points a little so now they hinge open on the left. One of the cool things I really wanted to try was, of course, to set up the little orangey light inside the fridge. You can see me setting up a little cube and making it emissive. I close the door somewhat and try to admire the effect from different angles. So after a few tries, I decide that things are good enough for a full proper render. Now the thing is, I haven't actually set up any of the renderer settings, so what you're seeing right now is me putting on the high quality settings for the first time and frantically scrambling as I realized the lighting had completely changed. I eventually did render with the following result. That was all well and good, but it's time to get back to the modeling. The first thing I do is a little handle for the fridge doors. I start off with a cube and stretch it out. I bend both the top and bottom inward, then I flatten the 2 ends so they can attach to the fridge door properly. To finish things off, I set the material to a nice glossy color. After a test render, I duplicate the handle for the upper door. Once everything is in place, I play around with the materials a bit, do a few test renders, then turn my attention to the counter. I cut a hole in one of the sides of the counter. After some amount of finagling with the mesh, I managed to push the center down in a trapezoid shape. This will be our kitchen sink. I lose no time in setting up a glossy texture for the sink. Then I construct the cylinder. This will be the faucet. To create the curved bit, I choose not to directly deform the cylinder. Instead, I use a blender feature called Lattices, which allows me to deform a little proxy mesh instead of the actual cylinder. I really like this feature because it means I don't have to worry about trying to make the curvature smooth. As you can see, just a rough manipulation of the lattice translates to a smooth curve on the cylinder. After some messing about, I decide that the look is good and put the faucet in place. And now it's time for a high quality render. This looks pretty fast to you thanks to the speed up, but it actually took about 3 minutes, which really isn't too bad. Anyway, here is the final result. And that wraps it up for this particular episode of Speed Model. I hope you enjoyed the process so far and how things are looking at this point. As always, more to come. Until next time, you're watching 0612 TV. Hello, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember that I appreciate every like, favorite and comment you give me. If you'd like to see more from me in the future, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And for more updates outside of YouTube, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at 0612TV. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.